What is thought leadership in context of corporate environment?
Well, thought leadership and corporate career do not go hand in hand because you need to be in an environment where you're hired, you're paid, you're encouraged to think different, and those differences should be welcomed. Unfortunately, in corporate career, we tend to think very stereotype, and when you are echoing your immediate bosses who are confused as leaders at times, is when organizations become monotonous. And when we are talking about the speed at which change is embracing us, the key mantra here is that if you don't change, change will change you. So if I have to borrow from, say, that Facebook example, a college going youth could understand the potential of the idea, and when he decided to embrace that idea, he thought a little differently. He thought, my consumers are not going to pay anything, and let me take this user base to a certain level, and then I can think of some viable revenue model. And his journey of moving his users from, say, 1 to 1 billion mark, the way they chased it was something different, which most of the traditional companies did not think of. Technology companies do have stake in Facebook as a company. They have provided Facebook a technology on which this application has been built, but it was that thought leadership, thinking different, that was that surfaced this innovative and leader company. Another good example that I can share here is a company called Twitter. What was different thinking in Twitter is basically we know the text message of a mobile phone is 160 characters long. So there's somebody who thought that, can I compress this message in less than 160 characters, and in 140 characters I will share a web-based URL on a particular site in a cloud, which is a free service. And what a phenomenal potential is being discovered is, today Twitter is not just a social networking site, but it is much more knowledgeable and it is much more impactful organization with respect to generating online knowledge base. Where do we read our business headlines and corporate news? The days are gone where we are reading the traditional newspapers or visiting the sites. But when you are following people, innovators, thinkers, leaders, it is less than 140 characters, compressed and patented technology company that have changed the way business is being thought about. The interesting part for the Indian youth here is, what is your guess of how many people vote for Twitter? How many people vote for Facebook? Not more than 300 to 500 people. And there is a message. When you think different, have courage to stand by your thinking. See what you can build around that, rather than looking at the safety and security. And if you can make it at an early stage of your career, potentially you can hit it really big.